This podcast is sponsored by ScienceBasedLearning.com. Discover your passion for languages with our innovative ebook, audiobook, and video system. Maximize retention using spaced repetition. Start your journey today.
How social dynamics impact adult language learning. Boost your language acquisition. Discover how social interaction enhances adult language learning and boosts retention. Learn effective strategies to improve language acquisition. Understanding social dynamics in language learning. When you decide to learn a new language, much of your focus might naturally fall on grammar drills, vocabulary lists, and pronunciation practice. While these components are undoubtedly important, an often overlooked aspect is the role of social dynamics in language acquisition. How we interact with others, the environments we choose, and the cultural connections we build can significantly affect how quickly and effectively we pick up a language. As a language expert, I've seen adult language learners thrive or struggle not only based on the strategies they employ, but also on how well they leverage social interaction in their journey. Let's break down why these social factors matter and how you can harness them to improve your language learning experience. Why social interaction matters in language learning. The science of language learning shows that language is, at its core, a social tool. It's designed for communication between people. While solitary study can build a foundation, the way your brain truly solidifies new sounds, words, and structures is through meaningful use. Here's why social dynamics should be a key piece of your learning puzzle. Real-life context, language isn't just words, it's how words fit into culture, emotion, and social rules. Interacting with others gives you immediate feedback and context. Motivation and engagement. Social settings can make language learning more enjoyable and less monotonous, which boosts motivation. Practical experience. Talking with other learners or the native speakers forces you to retrieve and produce language, enhancing retention. Building confidence. Positive social interactions help overcome fear of making mistakes, a huge hurdle in adult language learning. Common social barriers and how to overcome them. Even if you understand the benefits of social learning, discomfort or anxiety can hold many adults back. Common challenges include fear of embarrassment. Worrying about making mistakes in front of others can be paralyzing. Lack of opportunities. Finding people to practice with may be difficult depending on your location or schedule. Unbalanced conversations. Sometimes you might feel the conversation is dominated by native speakers using complex language, discouraging participation. To move past these obstacles, try these strategies. Start small. Join language meetup groups, online forums, or chat apps designed for learners where mistakes are welcome. Set achievable goals. For example, aim to ask a question in your target language or share a short story each session. Use supportive technology. Practice with language apps that incorporate spaced repetition and interactive speaking tasks that simulate real conversations. Focus on communication, not perfection. Remember, the goal is mutual understanding, not flawless grammar. Creating a social environment that fuels your language growth. One of the best ways to leverage social dynamics is to build a supportive community around your language learning. Here's how. Find language partners. Exchange language practice with native speakers wanting to learn your language via tandem or exchange programs. Join cultural clubs or classes. Engaging with cultural aspects linked to the language adds a fun and meaningful layer to your learning. Engage in social media groups. Platforms like Facebook or language learning forums often have groups for learners to practice writing and speaking. Attend or create practice sessions. Whether virtual or in person, regular sessions provide routine and accountability. Integrating social learning with science-based tools. While social interaction is valuable, combining it with evidence-backed learning methods truly accelerates progress. Tools that apply the science behind memory retention, like spaced repetition, help you remember vocabulary and grammar long-term. One resource highly recommended in the language learning community is ScienceBasedLearning.com. This system is a simple yet comprehensive approach that brings together ebooks for foundational learning, audiobooks to practice listening and pronunciation, video lessons to see language in use, an online practice app utilizing spaced repetition to maximize retention. When you pair these materials with actual conversations and interactions, you create a powerful synergy. Science-based learning keeps your brain encoding new information efficiently, while social dynamics provide the context and practice that language needs to live and breathe. Final thoughts. Language learning is much more than memorizing words or grammar rules. It's about becoming part of a community. Whether you're learning for travel, career advancement, or personal enrichment, recognizing and embracing the social elements can make your journey smoother and more rewarding. So next time you're wondering how to learn a language better, consider not just the materials you use, but also how you engage with the people around you. Build connections, find your language tribe, and don't shy away from those imperfect but valuable conversations. If you want a smart, science-backed system to complement your social language practice, check out sciencebasedlearning.com. Their simple ebook, audiobook, and video system combined with an online app uses the science behind spaced repetition to maximize your learning and retention, helping you progress faster and more confidently.